And welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today we're looking at two beer mails that just arrived. Okay, so after the Mother's Day weekend from hell, which started with, the call from my son that somebody tried to break into the house, which worried me right away until I got home and looked around and I said, this doesn't look right. There's something fishy about this. And then I found out that my son broke my window. Then, just no remorse, everything going on all weekend. Bad thing after bad thing. Two beer mails showed up today to, just brighten my day. However, one is something I ordered from Kitty Vitty in Newfoundland. I don't even remember what's in the box. I ordered it, well, today is what, the 13th? So I ordered it almost a month ago. It took them about 2.5 to 3 weeks just to mail it out. Don't remember what's in that box whatsoever. And then the other box is from a guy named Chris. There's about 18 Chris's that frequent the page. I don't know if he wants to be named, so we're just going to say Chris. He knows who he is. Thank you very much, Chris. Don't even know what's in that box yet. All I've done is open them so I can get into them and see what is in them. You know what would make today perfect? To get a call back from the job I had applied to and find out that I got it. Good day, Mr. Smith. How are you? Okay, so we'll start with the Kitty Vitty box. We have 2 scoops black currant milkshake sour. So I've had some Kitty Vitty beers. They've all been acceptable. Some of them have been really good, some of them haven't been, but they've all been acceptable beers. So I'm kind of intrigued on this one. And we're going to start doing these unboxings again because we can now. We're not hiding that we have beer in the house. This is Sofa Sours. Kitty Vitty Sofa Sours Blackberry and Rosemary. Intriguing. And I do believe, well, there's lactose in it and oats. It doesn't say that it has blackberry or rosemary in the ingredients, but it might say it in the about information. Another Sofa Sours. This one is peach raspberry, and I love that I remember sofas with like that background and stuff on it. I used to actually have one. So Brian, how are you doing today? What's going on? Then we have from Kitty Vitty their margarita cerveza. So dos margarita cerveza, por favor. It's time to make friends. Kitty Vitty Brewing Company in St. John's, Newfoundland. Then we have another Sofa Sours. This one is black currant. Oh, sorry, passion fruit. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I said black currant. I think the black on the can just fucked with me. What's this? I'm doing good. About to do some grocery shopping. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Doing all that adult stuff and writing in caps to help me. This one is a light beer. Crown and Anchor Light from Kitty Vitty. Now, Kitty Vitty is famous for their iceberg beer, which is made from the water off of icebergs. So, what is this guy? This is a Saison. This is made with raspberries. This is 3 Seasons Saison, and it is 5.2% alcohol by volume. So I'm actually okay with that because it's not as low as I would like for a Saison. I'm okay with it. Colleen, it's somebody across the street going to their house. They're allowed to go to their fucking house. Shut up. Get a Great Pyrenees, they said. It'd be fun, they said. I've had one beer from this series, and this is the Bog and Barren series, and basically they take botanicals from Newfoundland local and make beers out of them. And this one is a Sweet Gale and Cranberry Porter. Sweet Gale and Cranberry Porter. Now, you guys know how much I love porters, and This is a fancy one because all this shit is raised. It's like it's raised on the sticker. That's pretty awesome. Next beer in the box is another Sofa Sour. This one is a Tiki Sour. There's not even a note in here. There's nothing in here with like my order. There's nothing. There's not a "we're sorry we fucking sat on your order for 3 months" thing. Why is there another 2 scoops in here? This I'm gonna have to go look. I know I didn't order doubles of anything. I ordered 12 different beers. Maybe because you sat on it for 3 weeks, I didn't get those 12 beers. Peach pineapple ice cream sour. And then last but not least in here is a iron cherry sour, which is a sour cherry beer. So again, there's nothing in here even talking like with my order or anything. There's not. But I know for a fact that it was 12 different beers that I ordered. I'm gonna have to check that out and see what's going on. So now we're gonna move you over here. Oh, you met my floor. Now we're gonna move you over here so that we can do the box from Chris. Otis, don't let Colleen get you worked up. First and foremost, I think Chris is saying I am fat because there is a bag of Sour Patch Kids Sour Cherry Blasters in here. And the best part about this is my wife loves these, so I have to eat these before she gets home. So I'm eating this entire package. That's the way it's gonna go. They're all on 4-packs, it looks like. The fucking clips that I have come to hate so much. So let's see what we have here. He said there was some new ones and some old ones. So first and foremost, we have, wow, that's beautiful new artwork for this. This is the Black Lager from Silversmith. I have not had this in a very long time. This was my favorite Black Lager to ever be made. I'm really hoping it's still just as good. They have gone through several different brewmasters, so I don't know how this is anymore. It doesn't look anything like it used to, but I'm really excited about that. That'll be one of our podcast beers for sure. Then we have from Dominion City, makers of very good beer. Not excellent beer, not amazing, very good beer. This is Trouble in the Fields, which is a lager with heritage corn. Now, I've had a lot of beers from them. I don't know for sure if I've had that one or not. I will have to check Untapped. So I'll put that one over here because I'm going to separate the review beers from the drinking beers before I go downstairs because, you know, some of them go into the... I'm pretty sure I've had this one, Red Fox Ale from McKinnon Brothers. McKinnon Brothers have grown a lot over the years. They did start as they're brick and mortar now, but they had started as contract brewing. They had contract brewed in a few different places. This is another one that does not look anything like it used to. I used to hate it. It's still a little... It's still a little too bitter for me, the way, unless it's changed over the years, but the last time I had it, it was still a little too bitter for me. The coffee bitterness was just a little too much. And I love Imperial Stouts, but this is Péché Mortel by Dieu de Ciel. Dieu de Ciel makes amazing beers. They do. They make amazing beers. And Péché Mortel was one of the first beers I tried from them that I really didn't like. And there was a lot of people that hated on me for that. And again, I enjoy most of their stuff. They have like a bourbon barrel aged variant and stuff like that, and I actually really like that. The flavor profile was changed because of the barrel, and I think that's what it came down to. Was for me, the barrel just helped smooth it out. And wow, he is somewhere where you can get such a wide selection of beers just walking into an LCBO. So, yeah. What do we have here? This is a chocolate raspberry stout from who? From who makes this guy? I can't even read it. Oh, Forked River? Yeah, it's Forked River. Chocolate raspberry. I didn't know Forked River was doing chocolate raspberry stouts. Forked River, great brewery in London, Ontario. Only problem with them is, it reminds me of going to visit my ex-wife's family because it's kind of close. But they are great people. On the banks of the Mattagami, this is a Full Beard Brewing Company beer. I do believe I've had this one. They're in Timmins. This was actually a fairly good brew as well. I don't know if I've ever reviewed this one though, so this one I'll have to check into. But I do remember, I'm pretty sure I've had that one from Full Beard. Sasquatch Schnitzel. Schnitzel. This is Kitchissippi Brewer Company. So Kitchissippi was in Ottawa. This is a Vienna style lager. I don't know if they're still in Ottawa or if they've moved, but oh yeah, Ottawa. So when they first came out, I saw there was a comment. We will get to it. I have one more on this 4-pack. Then we'll see what you said. They made just a couple beers, and they were usually numbered beers. And I guess they've changed because that is a very colorful beer in comparison to what they used to make. Bootleg Cream Ale from Royal City in Guelph. Royal City was one of the first craft brewers that I had gone to where things weren't actually all handcrafted. They had jumped into the world of technology, and they had the brew houses that you could control with your phone and stuff. So you could be like sitting at home and going, "No, too cold, turn it up," that type of stuff. So they were a really interesting building to go to. Let's see what the comments are here. How many brewers have I visited in Regina, and which one has the best vibes? Okay, so I've been to District, Regina Regina Brewing Company, Pile of Bones, Rebellion. I've been to Creekside Brewery and Pub, and I believe Malt House is the name of their brewing company that's within it. Their food is pretty good. Their atmosphere is okay. Their selection is very minimal, but they're there. And Multinational, which is right around the corner from my house. There is still Minhas, and there is a few other brew pubs in town, and there's also Bushwhacker, which is right down the street from Rebellion. I've just not made it there yet. Bushwhacker, 6-pack from them is $45, but they sell you the 750 milliliter bottles. So that's the only reason I haven't gone there yet, because I know I'm going to want to buy stuff, and I just don't want to pay $45 for 6. I will make it there because their food looks amazing too. Best vibes of the places I've been to. Well, first and foremost, Multinational is very welcoming. It's a small little hole in the wall type of place, but their owners are very welcoming. I talk to them every time I go in. Great vibes. They do some amazing sours. They do some amazing porters and stouts, and they're known for their IPAs. I'm not a big fan of IPAs, so there is that. Next, I'd say Regina Beer Company, Regina Brewing Company, but I think mostly for that, it's that I'm friends with the brewmaster. He makes a lot of cheaper beers. Regina Genuine Draft comes from his brewery. And it is the cheapest craft beer other than Minhas that you can get in town. Nice vibe. They do have some food. And Chris is there, so I go in to visit Chris every once in a while. After that, District was very institutional, shall we say, but I went in, there was only one other person in there, which was the worker. They do distribution of other breweries in the province, so when you go in, you can buy other brewery stuff as well. The girl working the counter was very nice. They have two employee of the months all the time, which are their 2 cats, which are mousers. Regina has a big mouse problem, so they do their job. So that would probably be my next in best vibes. Then Pile of Bones seems to be the most hopping place, but I think I would go to Rebellion over Pile of Bones, even though Rebellion never gave me a job. Pile of Bones didn't give me a job either. But Rebellion sells their beer in singles. Their food is a taco company that has a food truck that was just at my work this weekend. They do really well for themselves. The owner seems pretty cool. He did want me to come in and talk to him about finding a job in Regina. He's like, you were our number two. I can help you find something. Every time I've gone in, he hasn't talked to me. He's been there. I'm like, hey, and he's like, ooh. So I don't know. But Pile of Bones and Nokomis in Nokomis, Saskatchewan are a sister company where if you work for them, say you're a brewer for Pile of Bones, you brew at Nokomis as well, and vice versa. Uh, Pile of Bones only sells in 4 packs, even at the brewery, which kind of pisses me off, but I digress there. Whatever business practice works for you is what works for you. And I guess for them it's working because they're always packed. Every time you go by, they're packed. However, the one thing I will say is District Brewing Company, of all the brewing companies we just spoke of here in Regina, they are the only one that actually has a worthwhile parking lot. Everybody else's parking fucking sucks. So we have two of these 4 packies left. Let's see what else we got going on in here. When I get off, I'll have to check what I've had and what I haven't on some of this stuff. What do we have here? Ooh, Dark Streets of London, ESB from Clifford. I think I've had this one. I think I have. Matt Clifford makes some. It's Matt, isn't it? I believe Matt Clifford is the name of the owner of Clifford's. And he makes some amazing fucking beers. And almost everything he makes is like a great beer. I've had an ESB from him. I just don't know if it was that one. McKinnon Brothers 8-man English Pale Ale, another one that I have had, another one that's very good. I was a rugby player. I was a tight head prop, so the 8-man, the 8-man's face would kind of be near my ass at times. But hey, it is what it is, right? What do we have here? Say what? Shake, open and pour. The nitro wants to be free. Al's Cascade Pale. Okay, I have never had this. I have never heard of this. Who actually brews this? Oh, Dunham Brewing Company. So this is for the bar Say What, which is in Toronto. Say What, I do believe they are the ones that put on Cask Days. But Say What, Al's Cascadian Pale Ale. 4.3% alcohol by volume. I'm actually really intrigued to try that one. Really intrigued to try that one. We have a Flying Monkeys. Didn't even have to look. The Chocolate Manifesto. And this is one of the few high ABV beers that I would still drink without a complaint because I fucking love the Chocolate Manifesto. I don't know what a Chocolate Manifesto costs in Ontario, but if you do see it here, and every once in a while you will, but if you do see it here, it's about $10 for the can. There was one when I first landed. They had like 2 of them. Oh, Steve Innocentes Innocente Irish Red. So this is actually an amazing Irish Red. If you like Irish Reds, Steve does do a very good job. I don't know if Steve still plays with the temperature of his yeast, but that was his inconsistency of the past. Your beers would not always be consistent from batch to batch, and it was mostly because Steve, who was a yeast scientist as his first career, would just change. He'd change the fucking temperature on his fermenting, and that's all you need to really change the taste of a beer. Is just change the temperature of the yeast, because the yeast is going to give off an entirely different flavor profile. Okay, this one. Oh, Garden Grape Pale Ale from Fairweather Brewing Company. So Fairweather has made some amazing beers. Rest in peaches. Drink it up fresh. 5.7. Um, Garden Grave, sorry. They have they make a lot of really good sours. They make a lot of really good pale ales. I think pale ales is more what they're known for nowadays, but they do a great job at what they do. And then we have another cream ale from Manitoulin Brewing Company, and this is a solid cream ale. I mean, it really is. It's a good cream ale. Um, so this box had it had 15 beers in it. And I have 5 for sure I've never had that I have to review. And I have a whole bunch here that I have to check because I don't remember. But those 9 beers, if I've had all 9 sorry, those 10 beers, if I've had all 10 of them, that's still great because that gives me 2 weeks of live streams that I have beer for right there. So, thank you very much to Chris for this. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Kitty Viddy, for actually sending out your fucking box. Didn't... No, Brian had nothing else to add. All right, guys. Thank you. I guess it's time for me to go. Bye-bye.